Hello guys, and we are really smashing it on the gold charts, okay? And if you've not been following us, you need to make sure you follow us now and watch this video to the end. All right, last week now we told you guys the levels that you should be looking for gold, looking to buy gold from last week. And this is the daily charts, right? Daily time frame. Now I told you last week that we're looking for price to come into this entire level right here, okay. And in fact, at the close of the analysis I gave you guys, I told you that another thing that we could see happen was that if you go watch the video, right, I told you that price might not even come down into these levels, right? Like you can see it tried to come down and just rejected from here. This is Monday, right? I told you it might not even do that. What we might just see happens that at the beginning of the week we could just see price just pushing up automatically. All right, and as you can see, what happened, price didn't really push back downwards. It tried to come down, stopped, and then what did we see here? It broke above this major trend line that we have over here, this channel. So it broke above this channel that we have over here, and you can see price just pushed up and created a new all-time high in this week. All right, so the price actually played out the way I expected, or the way I suspected price would, and that's quite good. So what I'm going to be looking for now in this new week, let's do our top-down analysis, and you need to make sure you watch this video to the end. And also, we're already at the close of the year and we're stepping into a new year. So by the close up, or towards the close of next week, we're going to do another analysis for the new year, right? But what do we expect? Let's do the top down analysis. Let's go to the weekly. Let me hide that. So on the weekly now, we can clearly see, like we already know, gold is still very much bullish, right? And as you can see, it has created a new all-time high. So what we could be expecting to see now is that we can now, one of these two things could happen, right? We could just see price just continue to push up higher, or we could see price actually come down lower and test this level, right? This 4384 level, price could come down into that zone, test it, and then from there we could start seeing rejections upwards. So that's what we could see now. One of these three things, like I said, could happen, right? Price could just continue to push up, it could come down or to test this level and then start rejecting upwards, or we could see price moving sideways for some time. All right, so those are some of the things that we think could happen, right? So let's go to the daily. I don't want to waste much time on this. Now, looking at the daily, let me put those lines back up. Looking at the daily, you can clearly see here that gold is pushing upwards, right? And has created an all-time high, has broken above this channel we have right here. And that's looking quite good. So, like I said, let me delete this. So, like I said, we can expect price to do something of this nature. We could expect price to come into this level, test it here, and then continue to push upwards, right? That could happen. Another thing that could happen is price could just test this level right here and then push up from there. But um, for this level, right? If price gets into the zone, you can see it. Sorry. Why did I? Okay, that was a level I was looking out for. It's going to be here, right? So if price gets into this zone, right, and we start seeing rejections from there, it's going to be a good one to actually look for buys from, right? So we just need to wait and see if price comes into this level and gives us good rejection. Then if you already have buys like we do, we already have buys, from different levels, and we're still holding them. So if price gives us something like this and we see a good opportunity here, then that will be another opportunity for us to stack in more buys and then just hold it, and let's see how it goes. All right, so I think that's that. I think it's so simple. I don't need to go to the 4 hour, but let's just go. Like I said, I don't waste much time here. So still same thing. All right, so we just need to wait. We just need to wait. And like I said, price might not reach this point, but I think it's going to. If it can continue to push up higher, right, I won't have a problem with that. But if it comes down here and then gives me the kind of formations and rejections that I need, then it's a good one. But if it doesn't, then it's still good. It will most likely give me the opportunity that I need some other time. All right, but there's no hurries, no hurries whatsoever. Now, looking at what we have here, another thing that could happen, like I said already, price could just come down into the zone somewhere here and reject from here and continue upwards. All right, but if it doesn't do that and it breaks lower, then that's still good. So nothing really much. I'm just going to be waiting to see what happens and wait for the clear opportunity. There's really nothing much here. I think it's as simple as that. You know, I've always said this. It's always important for traders to make their trading as simple as possible. Don't complicate it. Now, when someone sees this analysis, they'll say, "Oh, what am I saying? What am I doing? Is that it?" Yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. That's it. All right. And there are different ways you can get in on your entries, right? I normally would like to see a clear, I look for clear setups on the 4 hour, right, for entries, and 1 hour. And then once I see those clear setups forming, I can now go to a much lower time frame, depending on what I'm seeing on the chart, right, to now get a more sniper entry. Sometimes you could just get in from the 1 hour and the 4 hour though. So let's just see. When we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait to see, wait for price to get down into somewhere right here. And when it gets down here, I just don't want it to come lower, right? Because gold can be messy sometimes. Let it not start slipping downwards, right? Because I don't want it to get close to the break even I have set. So let's just see how it goes though. Let's see how it goes. So if you have any questions, do make sure to ask in the comment section. And make sure to subscribe and follow us, and like the video. Next year is going to be an amazing year. This year was good. So let's see how it goes. Peace out, guys.